The first rates this morning, it's a gap up move, no doubt. We are holding up 1,000 plus point plus on the Sensex, the Nifty as well. It's a solid triple digit move coming in. It's a 4% move on the Nifty as well, no less. 4.25% higher. 9,500 is where we're currently at for the Nifty. And might I add, we're counting up higher. 95.43 now, that's where we're settling in. It's a solid breath as well. Haven't seen this kind of a breath in a long time. 1,000 stocks standing to the advances and just 50 odd to the declines as we speak. Let's kickstart then with the big winners from the Nifty, which are actually comforting the markets up. ICICI Bank, ICICI Bank, Vedanta, Bajaj Finance, SBI, the beaten down boy, Axis Bank, UPL, Tata Motors holding out in right now in trade. You've got a big move coming in on Maruti as well. Axis Bank holding up 6.5%. Hero MotoCorp, wherein, by the way, almost 4 out of their 6 factories are now up and running and have the lockdown has been lifted over there. So look out for that stock too. Hero MotoCorp holding up very smartly in trade. You've got an Ultratech Cement, HDFC, Kotak Bank, Titan, the entire metals basket. All of it is looking good. The only sour grapes this morning are Nestle A after its earnings came out. That stock is down 1%. And IT is not all that mighty excited. So TCS is flat, Wipro is flat, and Infosys is flat. But I think we can completely skip the losers today. Today is really about rejoicing the market, Nikunj. It's a solid move, 3.25% higher, 9,500 straight away back on the ticker.
All right, a great start as was expected, luckily ignoring what's happening otherwise around the globe, clearly in favor of the advances as well this morning. Across the screens, really, it's green, and we're seeing, of course, a strong move, 5% and more on most of the heavyweights. Vedanta, of course, also on the delisting news is up 10%, in addition to what we also saw yesterday. Financials looking strong. Reliance is 2.5% higher. Tata Motors, SBI, a whole host of those names on your screen, all of them actually seeing a strong move in trade today. Bandhan Bank, just take a look at that as well. Post earnings, it's still managing to see a gain. The entire lot of financials actually, ICICI 7-8%, RBL, and these were lagging otherwise in trade. Maruti is definitely one of the names that's standing out outside of the financials. That's definitely seeing one of the bigger moves coming in. But otherwise, across the screen, really, it continues to look incredibly strong. All right, Nikunj, no clouds on the horizon. It's a clear, a clear green signal that's coming in from the market this morning.
Yeah, it's good to it's good to see this kind of a market breadth. It's good to see that Abha, in the short term, more than the economy, the sentiment and the narrative matters. When you are scared, you will sell irrespective of the value, and when you are fearless, you will chase stocks irrespective of them being overvalued. Will this package change that narrative? Will this package give that confidence? Will this package ensure that somewhere, hopes and perhaps a ground has been laid for big, deep-rooted reforms? When there is a problem, when there's a crisis, if you are able to use that crisis to really do deep-rooted reforms, trust me, the resistance will not be there. On the labor front, on the land front, these are very complicated reforms. And this crisis, in a sense, can be really used to marshal and change some of these reforms which on the supply side has been coming on our growth path, so to speak. And these are also important, considering that these are not easy reforms to implement. I mean, when you have a crisis like this, I guess the path of resistance is not going to be there, and that is what I think the Prime Minister alluded to, and that is what I think market takeaway should be.